My father-in-law approached me and asked me if I wanted to come and work with the team. And I'd gone to Teachers College. I had a fine arts degree and a graphic design degree, and it was tough to really find a arts job in North Bay at the time, or a teaching job at the time. So my father-in-law said, well, do you want to come and work for us and get your real estate license? And I said, sure. So that's how I got into it. I always joke that I could have worked for my father or worked with my husband, and I thought there'd be more perks working with my husband. So my first step is going through the home with them when we're listing. And I offer my services to help them get the house ready for market, so we can go through some decluttering and staging. We have staging items that we can bring in either just to supplement what's already there, or if a property is vacant, we can provide staging for the whole property. And then from there, I go in and do the photos, video, and 3D tour for the property. I get all of that ready to go to market, and then put everything out onto social media, and then manage the listing afterwards until it's ready for an offer, and then Matt comes in. I don't know what it's like to work solo, because I came into working with a team of 4. So I was the 5th member of the team when we first started. And it was always so interesting to me when people chose to work on their own, because in real estate, you sometimes really do have to hold your cards close to your chest, and not having anyone to go to or talk to, or have someone there to help you and guide you, especially as a new agent, I would think would be very challenging. So I was always very thankful that I got welcomed onto a fantastic team who had diverse skills and talents and strengths, and I was able to learn from all of them. My ideal home? Well, if I could tell you a story about the home that we're in now, Matt and I were living in a basement apartment at my brother and sister-in-law's house. And my father-in-law and mother-in-law very much wanted us to have our own place. So, having been a country girl living on the lake and kind of away from everybody, I said, I refuse to live in Ferris, I refuse to live in a semi, and I don't want to deal with tenants. We've been in a semi-detached legal duplex in Ferris for 13 years. It was our first home. Sometimes when people say, this is what I want, and then they end up buying something completely different than what they thought they wanted. So that was definitely me, so I can speak to that. But I always joke with Matt and I say, our next house, I get to pick it, which I know I'm not going to. I know Matt's going to come to me one day and say, we're gonna buy this house. I've seen so many houses in the past 8 years that I can probably count on one hand the ones that I would say, this is the one. So I can definitely understand when people are shopping for a house and they haven't found the one yet. Sometimes it takes a while. We work with buyers and sellers. We work with investors. We work with first-time home buyers. We work with people who are looking for commercial space or selling commercial space, waterfront properties, condos. So in North Bay, again, you really do have to be open to a variety of clientele and possibilities. So we try and make ourselves available for all of those. We always like to say that each client is different, and each client has different motivations for both buying and selling, and we have to be there to help them through those. Whether it's a first-time home buyer, someone who's downsizing because they're empty nesters, whether there's been a passing in the family and we're helping a family sell a family home, or a divorce, whatever the challenge for selling is, we're there to come up with solutions and help them through it. I was born here, my family's here, we have roots here. My family has a small business here. I went away for school to Georgian College, and I decided to come back home to go to university and stayed here. Matt was in Ottawa at the time. When we started dating, we had known each other since grade 7 and 8. So at one point, one of us was gonna have to make a choice of where we were going to kind of settle, and Matt decided to come home, so we stayed in North Bay. I like that it's a small city. I like that our family's here. I love our community. I love all of our small businesses. I love our community, and you know, every community has its challenges, but I think that it's great here.